Hey guys, it's Khaki. It's been about 2 months since I did a what I eat in a day in maintenance video, and I've had a lot of questions about eating, so I thought I would do another one. First thing every morning, I take my vitamins. I've got a calcium. I think this one is the chocolate mint from Bariatric Pal, and a meprazole, and a probiotic. I always have questions about why I take a meprazole. I don't have acid reflux, but I drink an amazing amount of coffee. So if I don't take a meprazole, I do get acid reflux. So gonna make my first cup of coffee of the day, and I will let you know what I have for breakfast. Just made my first drink of the day. As you know, staying hydrated is very important. So I am having this is a 0 sugar cranberry cocktail. It's basically just flavored water from Kroger. It's got 5 calories per 8 ounce. So I typically like to mix in with my flavored water some type of juice cocktail that's no sugar. So this is what I'm having for breakfast today. I'm trying to add healthy carbs back in, add more. That's on the advice of my dietitian. So I am having a cup of these wheat puffs. They have 50 calories per cup, 2 grams of fiber, 12 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, no added sugar. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. So I'm having, this is my 1 cup. I've got a little Splenda on it. I'm having 1 egg and 1 turkey sausage patty. Having a little bit of almond breeze with my cereal. So Caroline and I are headed to work. One of the reasons I do these what I eat in a day videos is I want people to see, as you progress through the weight loss surgery journey, how your eating changes. I remember when I first started the soft diet, I had these little 2-ounce disposable souffle cups, and I would put tuna salad or refried beans in those, and sometimes I couldn't finish the whole cup. And I remember thinking, is this how it's going to be forever? And I knew it was, and I had watched other people's videos as things progressed. But as you go through this journey, I think it's really important to realize that things are going to change, and that things are going to kind of return to your new norm, and that your new norm needs to be different, because the old norm is kind of what led us to needing weight loss surgery. So my best advice when people ask me, when patients ask me, when other people ask, what is your number one thing that you would tell somebody who is about to go through weight loss surgery? My number one, honestly, is for that first year, make the absolute most of your weight loss and learn new behaviors. Because when you get to where you need to be, the challenge becomes staying there and not getting back to where you were, not letting those old habits creep back in. So that's my number one advice. Make sure that you learn new habits. I think tracking becomes even more important after you get to maintenance, because if pounds start to creep up, you need to know what you need to tweak. On to work. Caroline, you ready for work? It is 10:35. It's time for my morning snack. I'm having some Chobani Zero Blueberry Yogurt with some strawberries and a little bit of protein granola. So it's lunchtime. Let me show you what I'm having. So I'm having some flounder that I breaded with a little bit of almond flour and some panko bread crumbs. Did a little bit of a oatmeal milk wash, almond milk wash before that to get the crumbs to stick to it. Then I cooked it in the air fryer. I've got a little salad with the Skinny Girl Caesar dressing. Got some turnip greens and some cocktail sauce that I made from no sugar added ketchup. With lunch, that was good. I was hungry. I've got my second water of the day. It is Skittles Green Apple. Got my second calcium and coffee. So it's about 2:45 and I am hungry. I am having a dive bar. I like to heat them up in the microwave for about 10 or 12 seconds to warm them up. This one is the peanut butter cup. When you warm them up in the microwave, it tastes like a brownie or cookie or something like that. So hopefully this will tide me over for a little bit. Third water of the day. This one is Welch's Passion Fruit. And winning, look what a patient brought me. A patient brought me lots of yummy garden tomatoes and cucumbers from their garden. I love fresh vegetables. I'm sure I'll have one of these later. So later is now. Farm fresh, garden fresh tomatoes. Yum. So it's about 4:30 and it's time for my next meal. I'm having, these are Greek chicken meatballs. I made them with ground chicken. There's some Greek seasoning in there and some fat-free feta cheese. And then I've got some zucchini that I cooked in the air fryer and some homemade tzatziki dip. Let me turn it around so you can see it a little bit better. All right, so here it is. As you can see, this is on a small plate, which everybody needs a different amount of food. That's just kind of for reference. The meatballs, I weighed them after I cooked them and portioned them out. It's about 3 ounces of ground chicken. So it is 7:40 and I just got home. It has been a long and tiring day. You know how it is after a holiday weekend. It's like you have to work twice as hard to catch up. So tonight for dinner, I am having leftover Indian food. I love different types of food, different spices, different seasonings. So let me show you what I'm having. Some friends and I went to an Indian place Saturday night and I ended up bringing home leftovers that will be enough meals for two additional meals, 1 meal there. So let me show you what I'm having. So I have got some lamb sog curry, which is a spinach spicy curry with lamb. And I've got some mixed vegetables, which is like cauliflower, peas, carrots, a little bit of eggplant, and then some dal, which is lentils. It's a little bit spicy, but my goodness, it is good. So I finished dinner and I've gone to look for Caroline. And there she is. Caroline, it's been a hard day, hasn't it? So it's the end of the day. It's almost bedtime. I am going to go over my bedtime snack and kind of sum up the day. I've got my vitamin and my nighttime meds. I've got a allergy pill. I've got a stool softener. If you know, you know. And my multi. I take a bariatric multi that has all my vitamins in it. I do take a B12 shot every month in addition. Let me set that down. I have my last water of the day. I've got grape Skittle flavor. Every night I have, right before I go to bed, a cup of tea This is spiced chai tea. It's the double spiced tea from Stash, and then I put a little of the chai flavoring from Skinny Syrups in it. So let's go over my nighttime snack. So if you've watched my videos before, you know what I always have as a nighttime snack. Raw vegetables and some pickles. I've got some pickled okra, some olives. Then I have got, this is actually edamame hummus. And then some of my protein ranch that I make with non-fat Greek yogurt and ranch powder. Hey, so that's what I eat in a day. I am about, gosh, I think 19 months, a little over 19 months. It'll be 20 months at the end of July. Past bariatric surgery. I had a gastric bypass the day before Thanksgiving in 2022. I'm down, I play between 135 and 138 pounds, and I am in maintenance. This is the weight I want to stay at. I feel happy, I feel healthy, and right now I'm doing what I need to stay that way. So, to kind of sum up the day, I love the app Lose It. That syncs with your smartwatch and it gives you a projection, especially for those of us in maintenance. I've used this app throughout my journey, but I really appreciate it in maintenance because I feel like it really guides me towards what I need to do to stay where I'm at. So today, I had a total of 1,457 calories. As you move throughout the day, the Lose It app does, like I said, sync with your Apple Watch and kind of gives you some calorie play for your activity. So according to Lose It, I set it as I am extremely sedentary, which I'm not, but I like to start off with that low baseline and then let it formulate my calories to maintain. So it took off 321 calories for my activity today, which gives me a net calories of 1,136. I had, let's see, macros, 41.5 grams of fat, 140 grams of carbohydrates, but I had 35 grams of fiber, which is great, 123 grams of protein. This, like I said earlier, is maintenance for me. Your journey is going to be very different as you progress through it. Talking about how eating has changed, I remember when I first, and this is what I recommend to my patients, when you first hit the ground, number one, hydration. You will get into trouble from dehydration before you will any kind of protein or nutrient deficiency. So work on that hydration in the beginning. Then you've got to focus on protein. When you first start out, as we've talked about, your pouch is very stiff. Your new anatomy, whether it be a sleeve or a gastric bypass, it's very firm. It's like a hot water balloon or a hot water bottle. It doesn't stretch much. So you've got to make what you take in count. You still do when you're in maintenance, but it changes a little bit. So I ate, if you've watched my videos for a long time and you've seen the what I eat in a day progress, in those earlier stages, I was eating more protein in percentage to my fruits and vegetables. As I have entered maintenance, my dietitian has suggested and instructed me to try to eat about 3 ounces of protein 4 to 5 times a day and to work on increasing my healthy carbohydrates in the form of non-starchy vegetables, fruits, grains. And so that's what I'm doing, and it's working for me. I have been at a stable weight now for almost 6 months, and I'm very happy. If I step on the scale and I'm up a few pounds, I look at what I'm doing. If I need to pull back a little bit, it's usually on carbohydrates, but that hasn't really happened. I have pretty much just stayed where I'm at. My body seems to be happy with what I'm eating. So, for those of you who are going through this journey, like I said, I want you to see what it looks like on the other side. This is pretty much how I ate before I hit maintenance. I just ate it in different proportions. I may have had a little bit less salad. I may have had a little bit less fruit. I may have had a little bit more protein in proportion. Um, so that's kind of where my what I eat in a day lays. I hope that everybody has a great week and had a great 4th of July if you're in the U.S. I would love to have any questions. I am going to put a link to a video below. I get so many questions when I put up one of these what I eat in a day videos about, oh my gosh, how can you eat all that? Which I think that people, as I've talked about, don't understand that the goal of bariatric surgery is not restriction. The goal of bariatric surgery is restriction in those early stages so you can get that weight off quickly, regain your health. After that, you're able to eat more. So I'm going to put a link to a podcast video that was done by Bari Nation with a bariatric surgeon who talks about how you should eat in maintenance. It was just on last week and I found it really insightful. So for those of you who are thinking about maintenance, check it out. Would love to hear any video suggestions that you may have, any topics you would like to hear me discuss. Caroline is ready for bed too. So let me know what you'd like to hear us talk about. I hope everybody has a great week and we'll see you next week. Bye.